With a K review.
It's VIC?
No, it's with a K.
So usually when I start out a review, I'm able to tell you guys, yeah, I saw a trailer for this movie, or I have some idea of what the movie was about. But for The Lost City of Z, I have actually never seen a trailer. I have not really read any of the reviews for it, and I almost don't really know what was going to happen in the movie. All I knew is that it starred Charlie Hunanan, I'm just a human after... God, no, man, I'm not going to do that anymore. I wanted to go see this movie because it looked interesting from the pictures I saw of it and everything. I love to see movies where you go out and you go try to find something. You try to find a mysterious whatever it is, just like Indiana Jones. He's always trying to go out and find something that's pretty cool. So when I went to go see this in the theaters, I was like, okay, this is going to be a 2-hour long movie, and this is going to be a movie about this guy who's trying to find this long lost city of Zed, or the city of Z. Now, the main character is played by Charlie Hunanan, and I don't think I've seen him in a whole lot. He's been in a bunch of different movies that I honestly do not remember him from. I know he was in Sons of Anarchy, and I have not seen that series either. So going into this, the only person that I recognized, or actually didn't recognize, was Robert Pattinson of, Captain Rapeface from, that one series. And in this movie, I can tell you this much. Robert Pattinson does not look like Robert Pattinson. I'm not even going to show you a picture of what he looks like in this movie, because the entire time in the movie I'm like staring at his character like, I can see you. Oh, nope, I can't see him at all, because he is completely covered in like, I don't even want to say it. This obviously means beard. And his character in this movie, he's kind of like a supporting character. He kind of goes like in and out of the movie. I never really see a whole lot of him. And he, like, for the first hour of the movie, he barely has any dialogue. It's like the second hour of the movie that he actually has more dialogue. And that's what's kind of really interesting about this movie, is like the first half of The Lost City of Z is dramatically different from the second half, because again, I went into this thinking, okay, we're going to go on a really long road trip to find this lost city in the Amazonian jungle, and it's not like that at all. The first part of this movie is really the Colonel, he's trying to go and he's trying to find it. Initially, he kind of gets roped in by this society in Britain, and they're trying to find this lost city because they know that he's really good at finding things. He's a colonel in the army. He's just really good at his job. But then there's the second half of this movie where it turns into some father-son kind of clash where I don't want to give too much away about it, because there's certain things in this movie that they're good, and then some things are bad. And what I came to think is that this movie had definitely a lot of potential. It deserved all the awards that it got, but I think if you go see this movie and you are like, okay, I'm going to go see Charlie Hunanan, and I'm going to go see Robert Pattinson and Sienna Miller, who plays his wife, I'm going to see an adventure. And really, this movie is half adventure, 60% adventure, 40% family values, I think. And it's really weird to kind of think of a movie like that, because I'm used to seeing this type of movie as a full adventure. And by the end of it, the movie gave an artistic way to end the movie. And I don't know how much this is real, because like the guy that he plays was real. He was trying to find this lost city. But there's so many times when I was like, I wanted to see more of the Amazon. I wanted to see what they were dealing with. And there were a lot of other interesting characters that were in the movie. The movie was directed really well, but this is not a big Hollywood, let's go on this huge adventure, and we're going to fight monsters, and we're going to go over waterfalls and stuff like that. It's just a movie that you're going to go see, and it's just going to be interesting. I was going to say slightly interesting, but the movie's actually going to be more interesting than you think, but not ending the way that you want it to. There we go. I think the one thing that I can actually take from this movie is that it was not Hollywood. It was not anything like that. I do believe you should go see this one in theaters if you want to see something that is not going to be very Hollywood-like, that you are going to see something completely different than what Hollywood has to offer. And Charlie Hunanan as Lieutenant Colonel, he did an amazing job. For him convincing me that he was trying, he was obsessed with finding the city, the first part of this movie sort of does that. It does it to an extent, because that's what sets up the second part of the movie. And all the stuff that happened in the Amazon was great, but I think I'm not used to the ending. It was a good ending, but I really can't emphasize this enough. You really have to be aware of what the ending is trying to tell you, and kind of like, man, I'm gonna give this away, but I won't do it. So honestly, guys, I'm gonna give The Lost City of Z a 3.5K, and it's gonna just be a normal 3.5K. I think you guys should go see this in theaters for a cheap price if it's still in your area. Make sure to rent this when it comes out. Make sure if it hits the box to do that, and when it comes up on streaming, make sure to put this in like your top 5, because The Lost City of Z is something very different. Yes, that was a Zima thing. Oh yeah, thanks guys for watching my review. Make sure to leave me a comment below and let me know what is your favorite type of adventure movie. Do you like Indiana Jones, or what is the type of movie that you like to see where people go on an adventure to find something? Is it Lord of the Rings or Indiana Jones? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, never forget, if you don't like what you're watching, you can always turn it off. But thanks for coming back and seeing me. Now check this out.